Hello, 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 and welcome. It's another coffee time. There is coffee now. It's not stunt coffee. It's a real, well, instant coffee. Not real coffee. You know what I'm saying. It's war. It's war, everyone. Rootin', tootin', shootin'. Putin has only gone and done it. He's taken his troops into Ukraine. Oh boy. Attacking on all sides from Belarus down to Crimea. It's all unfolding. And where's it going to end? Where is it going to end? And Europe looks on. Obviously, those sanctions that we implemented didn't do anything because we needed to actually take real action. Of course, I'm of the mind we should have took action when Putin killed a British subject on home soil in Salisbury with poison, with Novichok, and injured, was it 4 other people? We should have had him taken out then. That was an act of aggression, and he's been allowed to get away with murder for years. It's but this is very concerning. Again, it was obvious. It was going this way. But again, it's that thing of you can't believe. It's the unbelievable. You think he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. Oh, he's done it. And now when he talks about nuclear strikes in that video that he put out a few days back, the one where he looked decidedly odd, you're going to think, oh, maybe that's on the cards too. I don't like to talk it up. There was again, one of the important things of this conflict is it will be a war of misinformation, and I advise everyone to double check your sources, because you're going to have Russia saying things and Ukraine saying things. There's going to be a lot of different stories going around, and it's going to be hard to get the truth. There'll be a lot of misinformation. For example, this is a picture claiming, it's an unverified picture. This is Richard Gaisford. He claims that here's 2 Russian soldiers who were captured in the Donbass region of the Ukraine. Here they are. Well, they look like they've been out of school early. If they're Russian troops, then I don't think we've got anything to worry about, have we, really? Because it looks like, again, Russia's playing a big game. Probably hasn't. Again, it's not a rich country. All the money, all the wealth of that country has filtered its way to people like Putin and all the oligarchs that have made their homes in London and bought football teams. That's where the real wealth of Russia's gone, because those ex-KGB, those ex-gangsters have all done very well for themselves. And I wish the Russian people would wake up to this fact and say, no, we're not going to do this anymore. Claim it back. You need to have Putin swinging from the end of a rope from a lamppost. And then you'll get your money back then. Look at the palaces that they live in. Look where they're living in, and look at the life you've got. Again, that's politics for you. It makes unworthy people, very, very rich. And it's about time the common folk played the political game. And sometimes that does involve a rope and a lamppost. I know a lot of people will be upset me saying that, but Putin's going to be responsible for lots of innocent people dying. We've already had counts of like 40 people being killed, various troops being. Again, the information is a bit nebulous at the moment, so it's very hard to, pin down what's going on. But again, this is what's coming in on the News of the World website. Sorry, Mail on Sunday. No, Daily Mail. I'll get it right in a minute. There's helicopters, there's missiles, there's blooded faces. It's what to be expected. But it's just not on. And again, I've been watching before all this, watching various videos from Eastern Europe and people's travel logs, traveling around Ukraine and Belarus and places like that. And it's Estonia, Lithuania, these are very poor places. Some of them, they're for some very poor regions, and they're going to get. It's going to be even worse. And I don't know. It's the real problem. The real problem is if Putin overstretches, if he does find him, going into NATO territory, that's the real scary thing, because we will have to react, and we've got a much bigger army than Russia's. And again, it's going to be, will he get China involved? China's probably sitting there thinking, who can we make the most money out of? Will we make money out of that Russia there, or is it better for us as a world power to keep those people in the West happy? They buy all our products. So I don't think it's going to go how Putin thinks it's going to go. I don't think the Chinese are necessarily going to jump into bed with him. I think they're going to think about all the work they've done, working with Western countries with their various manufacturing and engineering, and again, their investment around the world is different. The Chinese know that they've got to get out there, they've got to invest in the world and actually be a part of the world stage and open up. So yeah, it's is it frightening? I don't know. I'm trying to be the optimist about it. But I joked with the kids. I said, it's nice to know that you're worried about nuclear war, the same way me and your mother were when we were your age. Again, the more things change, the more they stay the same. But my thoughts go out to the people of the Ukraine who really don't deserve any of this. It's unfortunate, and Putin is nothing more than a despot. He's a dictator, and we've been entertaining these people in London, with the property prices, artificial property bubble in London. We've been, basically laundering dirty money for the Russians for the last, 20, 25 years. So, yeah. I've got to find something happy to talk about now. There isn't. It's just war, isn't it? Oh, here's some good news. Now, what about this for a tonal shift? Toys R Us are returning to the British high streets. Closed in 2018, went bust. Well, it went bust in America because basically the people that bought it out, the investment company that bought it out, basically borrowed on it and run a perfectly decent company into the ground, causing the chain reaction that Toys R Us in the UK had to close too. But they reckon that within months they're going to be reopening stores. The store's owners now, Toys R Us ANZ Limited, have got 900 physical stores in Australia and New Zealand. So it's the Australian branch that have taken over, and they've signed a new long-term license agreement. That's my email, I think, to offer its goods to UK-based customers, both online and in store. So, again, if you drive around the UK past any of the what would you call them, shopping centres, strip malls, I don't know what you'd call them in your part of the woods, Toys R Us shops are still closed. Their properties are still empty in some instances. So it'd be good to see them, come back. Toys R Us Australia Chief Executive Louis Mittoni, who's leading the UK launch, said, "I'm very excited to welcome over 100 years of retailing experience in our new team. And they're bringing the iconic brand back to the UK market in the next few months." And that's great because, Toys R Us closed down before my son got the chance to really get into toys, because of his autism, he never really liked going around Toys R Us. It used to scare him. Meanwhile, Spider-Man news. We all like Spider-Man, don't we? You like Spider-Man? I love Spider-Man. He says, if I can get past the pop-ups. They only gone and done it. What did they do? They recreated the meme. That's because it's coming out next month on digital download and out on Blu-ray in April. Yep, Spider-Man No Way Home is coming, and they did it. They did the meme. I'm so looking forward to seeing it. I may cry. There may be tears of joy, I might add, a total joy. Meanwhile, in other film news, this is a good one. You're gonna like this. They're making a biopic of Weird Al Yankovic. There he is, being recreated as a younger person, because it's Daniel Radcliffe of Harry Potter fame who is taking on the role. It gets better though, because here we have Conan O'Brien as Andy Warhol. But one of the best bits of casting is this makes sense. This is Jack Black as Wolfman Jack. So yeah, a little bit of film news. Should be interesting to see. And here's another picture of Radcliffe. You can see it's definitely him there. But yeah, I think it might work. I hope he's been practicing his accordion. Oh dear. I hope they do another one, Rides the Bus. It's one of my favourites. Here's good news. Scientists at Uppsala University have worked out the exact moment when the Chicxulub event, that's the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago, they figured out that it happened during the spring. It's good to know, isn't it? Isn't that good to know? But by examining bones of 6 fish that died less than 60 minutes after the asteroid struck at the Tanis fossil site in North Dakota, they've managed to work out it was probably a Thursday. I would imagine about 11 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday. Never could get the hang of Thursdays. But yeah, that's fun to know. How about this one? You like Seaman News, don't you? Seaman News. This is the story of Morgan Hellqvist. She's 36. She's filing a lawsuit against Dr. Morris Wortman. He's a gynaecologist from New York. Yeah, and it's there's a lot going on here, and it involves like ancestry DNA tests and that. But anyway, this lady was being treated by Dr. Morris Wortman for her own I guess fertilization issues, you know, because he's a gynecologist. So yeah, she was going to him. She was seeing him because her husband is a paraplegic. He was injured in a motorcycle accident, so they needed some help. Her mother needed some help having a baby. I'm going back in time here. I'm talking about Morgan Hillquist's mother. She needed help because her father was... You got that? It's complicated. Like I said, it's complicated. So anyway, Morgan took one of his ancestry DNA tests and found out she had various siblings. And by doing her research, she found out that Dr. Morris Wortman was her father. He'd actually used his sperm instead of her father's sperm, you know, who was a paraplegic, to get the mother pregnant. But it was shocking because she was being treated by Wortman at the time. So yeah, there we go. I mean, would you trust this man with your gynecological needs? Nah, I wouldn't. So yeah, he's still practicing, by the way. So if you want some good quality sperm, he's the man. He's the man to go to, apparently. But yeah, so oh dear, there's some people out there. That's not the first time that's happened, though. There's been many cases where gynecologists and I mean, there was a famous one, and he fathered, was it over 50 kids by secretly using his own sperm instead of the donors that he was supposed to be procuring. But yeah, it's a crazy old world. Meanwhile, in shopping news, this is the story. Oh, I'll pull his picture up. This is Darren Durant. He's given us Darren's a bad name. Here he is. He looks like a nice chap, doesn't he? Well, he was caught on camera. He walked up. Firstly, we'll start with the still camera because you can see the still shot because it works better because you can see what he's dressed in. He's walking around this store with a stick. He's got a crutch to help him, and he's got some loose jogging bottoms on. But that was all part of his ruse, you see, because whilst he was in the store, he was being very sneaky, and he stuffed a crossbow down his joggers. There you go. Caught on camera. Crossbow down the joggers. Of course, we've seen guitars go down there. We've seen all manner of gubbins, and now it's a crossbow. So, yeah, when he approached the cash desk, they said, are you pleased to see me, or is that a crossbow down your trousers? Of course, where was he from? All together now. Florida. Yeah. Florida man. That was on February the 6th at the True Value in Mims, Florida. He's facing a felony charge at Brevard County. There you go. Anybody in? Anyone in the chat? Probably not. Let's have a look. Andrew's in. This is I, Darren. Record arrived. Well packaged. Well, I try and do my best. Andrew says, very worrying what's happening in Ukraine. It makes me feel very sad. It is very sad because, again, it's the little people. It's the little people who are going to be affected. And, again, if you watch some of the YouTubers who travel the region, you see that they're just decent people trying to have a decent life. And, you know, and Putin is a monster. Oh, my glasses have done. Oh, dear. Putin is a monster, and that's that. And if anyone gives you the spin that, Russia, this, no. Ukraine has every right to be an autonomous country. You know, it doesn't, you know, there's no need for any. The same with Crimea. You know, he's just flexing. He wants all those countries back again. You know, he wants all those countries back. Then it'll be Belarus. Then it'll be Lithuania, and it'll gradually creep westwards. And that's not a good thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for popping in, Andrew. No one else is here. I'm going to toddle off now. Don't forget, slowly killing the channel. But hey, it's better if we all just give in and drink it up. Oh, yeah.